Hey, it's Jonathan, Conscious Endeavors. I'm noticing a lot of people that are just shooting blanks in the wind on what's happening in this worldly situation right now with this mess that we're seeing. And there's not too many people who really know what's going on. And I feel like I'm 1,000,000 against 1. I feel like I have the eyes to see, but no one else does. I feel like people just give up and they throw their hands in the air and say, we can't do anything about it anyway, so why don't we just give up or wait and see what happens? I have news for you people. The only way things are going to get better and change is if everyone stands up at once and says, we're not going to take this anymore. The only way we're going to see a change is if everyone stands up at once and says, we're not going to take this anymore. Otherwise, you're going to continue to see it. And they're going to take advantage of you. Who's they? The global elites, the people in power, the 2% on top. If you're the type of person that checks your television for your news, if you're the type of person that checks your radio for your news to find out what's going on, I have news for you. They're lying to you. Everything they're putting in the media is lies. There are nefarious agendas at play right now. People don't understand what's happening. That's understandable. Everyone is being perfectly brainwashed and indoctrinated in these times. People better start waking up, because if not, the last of your freedoms are going to be taken away, and there's going to be nothing that you could do about that. I feel terrified and afraid that when people wake up, it's going to be too late. And if that's going to be the case, well then, we're all just going to be perfect slaves, aren't we? We're never going to see a light at the end of the tunnel if the sheep continue to be led to the slaughter. We're never going to see the light of day. We're never going to see our freedom. These times in the golden age, in this era, this 25,000-year equinox procession that's happening, is supposed to mark the end of human slavery. Okay? So, we're living in the most beautiful times on earth. People have no idea what's happening. People have no idea the potential of what's coming. The reason everything is going to shit right now is because the bad guys know that the good times are coming. And they're trying to do whatever they can to suppress it. If you think I'm crazy, or if you think I'm nuts and I don't know what I'm talking about, continue to do your homework and research, because you haven't done enough of it. Or you're suffering from cognitive dissonance and you don't want to believe the narrative that's happening. And you are just as bad as the bad guys because you're just turning your cheek. And complacency is just the same as being the bad guy. If you're complacent, you're just the same as the bad guys. You're letting it happen. If you're letting all of this happen, and if you're not speaking up, and if you're not speaking your truth right now, you're just as bad as the bad guys. I have news for you. If you don't stand up and speak your truth and what you believe, if you don't stand up against communism and tyranny in this Nazi America, they will take the rest of your freedom away, whatever you have left, and we don't have very many at all. You live in the Matrix. This is an illusion within an illusion within an illusion. That's why they call it the Matrix. Third density consciousness. That's where all the hate, anger, fear, propaganda, control, that's where it all exists. into third density reality, third density consciousness. We're heading towards fifth density consciousness, which means that the vibrational frequency and the consciousness of everything alive on planet Earth, including all the humans, including all the animals, including everything on this planet, is rising. And this has never happened before in the history of planet Earth. This is the first time that we've ever seen anything like this. So, if you'd like to see and understand why things are happening the way they are right now, it's because there are big changes happening right now on planet Earth. The changes are so big that some are saying this planet won't even be recognizable 10 years from now. That's how beautiful it's supposed to be. Look up the 25,000 year cycles, the equinox. Look up and do your homework on the age of Aquarius. Do your homework on the golden age. The mystics, the clairsentients, clairvoyants, the empaths, the sages, they all knew it thousands of years ago. And we're heading into a time right now where all of this is beginning, okay? That's why everything is so messed up right now in these times. Is because in the cycle of life, in the cycle of nature, you always have destruction. And right after you have the destruction, you have the rebirth. This is part of nature. This is part of the cycle of nature. Right now we're seeing the destruction happening. After the destruction and after the garbage comes the new beginning. It comes a rebirth. Stand up and speak your truth for how you feel. And go with your intuition. Most of the time, if you open your mouth and say something, you're going to influence someone else to say something. And then that person will speak out and say, oh, you know what? This person was thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. And you know what? I really resonate with what that person is saying. And then you're going to influence somebody to speak their truth. Okay? So if you're the type of person that's saying, Jonathan, what are you, crazy? What are you, nuts, Jonathan? Nothing's going to change. You're not going to be able to do anything. If you're that type of person, let me assure you, it only takes one candle in the church to light dozens. And then those dozens of candles can light dozens and more until you get hundreds of candles, okay? That's just how it works, okay? It only takes one voice to wake up the masses and to spread the awareness. It only takes one person to stand up and to speak their truth, to spread the awareness to everyone. It only takes one. So, even if your voice is shaky and if you don't know what to say, because my voice was when I first started, and I still get shaky sometimes. Who knows, there might be thousands of people that are going to be watching this, maybe millions. Most people aren't going to believe this. Most people are going to think I'm crazy. But then they're going to come back years after and they're going to pay attention. They're going to say, you know what, that guy, I think he knew what he was talking about. There's a kind of awareness that's happening. There's a kind of intuition. There's only certain people that have the eyes so they can see what's happening right now. Only certain people are going to have the eyes so they can see right now. Not everybody is going to be able to see the corruption and the deceit and the indoctrination. So I urge you to please stay strong. Please speak your truth. Please stand up for what you believe in. Don't be that person to say, sorry, you're not going to be able to do anything. You might as well just sit back. Don't be that person. This is depressing. If you are complacent, you're just as bad as the bad guys. Don't be complacent. Speak your truth. Open your mouth. Speak your truth. Have a good day.